Music can be medicine for the soul. Local musician talent Chris Cameron and the Wayward Saints talk about their new adventures, including a joint project with the infamous Robert Tepper, who wrote and performed many songs like No Easy Way Out from Rocky IV.
Well, my name's Chris Cameron, and I am the guitarist, songwriter, and singer for Chris Cameron and the Wayward Saints. And this is my friend Wolf.
I'm one of the Wayward Saints.
He's the waywardest of Wayward Saints, and he plays upright bass. And my wife, who could not be here today, plays the drums. Her name's Adrian. And I've known Wolf since I was maybe 14, 15 years old. I was going to school at Alma, was at the high school and was looking for a job, and I think somehow, someway, Mr. Valentine, who was our principal at the time, had spoken to Wolf about me and had arranged kind of behind the scenes for us to connect, and I ended up going to work for him at his print shop. Years later, fast forward, I'm in the process of playing some music. I'm back in town. It's during the pandemic or right after, I guess. I go to Wolf and we start making some music, and I say, well, you know, he plays violin, plays banjo, guitar, all these things, and I said, you know, I really need somebody to play upright bass for this thing that I'm doing. And actually, my wife participated because Wolf thought it would be a good idea to bring another voice in, which it turned out to be a terrific idea. We added her in percussion, and it all kind of came together in that way. So now, through that process, I've started, you know, really in earnest writing a lot of music for this ensemble. Scaled it back, you know, to a place where we could do it in listening rooms and things like that. So that's how Wolf and I reconnected, which is really wonderful because, I mean, who gets to make music really with their wife and their best friends? You know, it's really a fantastic deal. One of the things that prompted us to do this was I'm started to have some hearing loss from playing in bands for years that I mean, they were good bands. But they were conventional bands. They were places where the bass player had an amplifier and the drummer played on a full set of drums and it were mic'd, and what it really did was hurt my hearing. And so when I started doing this, one of the big appeals of doing this was the fact that the upright bass kind of sets really sets the tone for how loud the instruments around them are going to be. So if we're louder than the upright bass, you turn it down. And what that's really done is it allows you to sing better.
Well, it's an intimate way to play music to people who want to know the stories. How did you write that song? Why are you playing an upright bass? Or why are you playing an acoustic guitar as opposed to an electric guitar on that song? And it's little nuanced things that you would miss playing at a saloon somewhere.
Right.
But when you're playing in a more intimate setting where you actually get to talk to and listen to the songwriters, and it's a much more, the music means more when you know the backstory.
Right. I'm watching Rocky IV one night, and the scene where Apollo dies, spoiler alert, after that is a scene where this guy sings and Rocky's in his Lamborghini driving around and thinking back about Apollo and the times that they had together, and it's called No Easy Way Out. And I thought, man, what a wonderful singer. Go to the end of the movie and I'm watching the credits roll and I see this name, it says Robert Tepper. So I go on his website, I go and I look on there and I see an email address to go and write his booking agent, his manager. So I did, and like moments later, I get a phone call. And it's from the manager, and I talked to her, and her name is Tammy, she's wonderful. And get off the phone, start the process with him. And then just a little bit later, I get a call from Robert. I was like, well, this is, which doesn't happen, right? So I'm sitting here talking to him, yeah, I'll be here at this time, whatever, you know. And he gets here, long story short, he gets here and he's playing, he's getting ready to play, we're doing sound check, and I say, hey man, you know, it would do me a lot. It would be great. I mean, it would be like a dream come true if I could sit here during sound check and play No Easy with you. And then and we get to talking. And then he goes, why don't you just play it with me tonight? So I got to play it at a gig with him, which was even better. And then we get to talking more. And then the next thing you know, we're booking shows with, Robert's like, he says, hey, come to Los Angeles, we'll play at the Whiskey. Now I'm helping him with various business things with regard to his songs and licensing and just making, really having a ball. But we're also working with Robert on a new record, which is not to give away too much, but Robert has a back catalog, 40 years of writing songs, several of which are large hits. So this iconic voice that you're gonna frame up in a way that's really stripped down and really makes him, as relevant as he really is. What's even cooler is the fact that guy can still do that plus all this other stuff, which is what's exciting. And plus he and I are writing together, Wolf and I are writing together, and I'm gonna say this, it's the best time of my life making music. It's the best time of my life making music. Making music with him, making music with my wife. I don't want to do anything else.